All right. What is going on, all you hollow table heroes? It's your boy Itachi, and welcome back to another IMPS Imperial Military Podcast Show. How's it going out there? A little bit of difficulty there with some of our intros, as always. We always have something fun happening here on the IMPS Show. With some type of technical difficulties that go on. All right, my friends. So it has been a while, a couple of weeks here, since we've actually done any real good updates, to be completely honest with you guys. So welcome back to the IMP Show, Imperial Military Podcast Show. We have got such a lineup for you guys today. So today we have got, my friends, the new requirements for Jedi Master Kenobi, the new galactic legend, coming to the game. We have got our cat kit reveal, aka Commander Ashoka Tano, and then we will go over our entire free-to-play account, current progress, what we're working on, and where we're at in those particular things. So I hope you guys are ready tonight to have a good time, and let's talk about all of this fantastic news. All right, so first things first, we're gonna start off with the new Jedi Master Kenobi requirements. Group 2 is officially out. If you guys have not seen it yet, hopefully you guys have. I feel like we're missing some stuff here. Missing some audio. Yeah. Some music out there for you guys. All right, so let's get right over to it. We're going to get rid of this B-roll. There we go. And hop into this post that was here posted May 19th, which was yesterday. So this is from CGSB Crom, says, "Hi, Hollow Table Heroes. We have an update later today to add the second set of requirements for Jedi Master Kenobi to the Journey Guide. We also have double drops starting on May 22nd. That is on Saturday. Galactic Legends Jedi Master Kenobi. So, requirements. Group 2, Qui-Gon Jinn. I think this one was pretty obvious here, to be completely honest with you. Qui-Gon Jinn being a huge part of Kenobi's overall development and into becoming a Jedi Master, to be completely honest with you. IG-100 Magna Guard, Relic 5. Now, this one I was not expecting, but kind of makes a little sense. General Kenobi going up against General Grievous and these Magna Guards all throughout the prequels and even in Clone Wars all the time. Clone Sergeant Phase 1 kind of threw me off. Relic 5. Now, the nice thing about this character is he does have a ship for the Galactic Republic fleet, which is very nice. And we could always use some of those background characters, those underlying characters, to be a little bit stronger over in fleets. Now, this is a big one that I don't think very many people were actually ready to see, and that is Wat Tambor Relic 7. Rick, what is going on, brother? So Relic 7 Wat Tambor. Now, if you're not in a good guild that is doing Dark Side, Geonosian territory battles by now, you need to start looking, because it's probably going to take you a while to actually get Wat Tambor up to 7 stars and then to take him to Relic 7. Hasn't really been needed for Relic 7. I mean, for, the challenge pit raid, Relic 5 does just fine. Wat Tambor, a fantastic character, however, and really not too upset taking this guy up to Relic 7. I'm going to add on some additional stats, speed, and things like that with those relics. So that's actually not a bad thing. He is one of the most plug-and-play characters out there in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes universe. So, Wat Tambor Relic 7 there. And then we've got General Grievous Relic 7. Now, this is, I think this was a good choice here. General Grievous is Kenobi's nemesis for the most part, outside of Maul. I know you guys are going to say, oh, but what about Maul? But he is, chasing General Grievous around throughout the entire Clone Wars animated series, along with in the actual prequels. So this was a good actual requirement to put in there at Relic 7. I don't think anyone's going to complain about General Grievous being Relic 7. And to be honest with you, IG 100 Magna Guard at Relic 5 goes into that General Grievous team as well. Wat Tambor, a fantastic plug-and-play character. So I don't see too many complaints here. Clone Sergeant Phase 1, Relic 5. Probably could have been a Relic 3, to be honest with you, like Qui-Gon Jinn. But he does have a ship, which makes this a little more palpable, to be completely honest with you. All right, double drops. We've got, in celebration of newly announced Galactic Legend Kenobi, all dark side battles are rewarding double drops on May 22nd and 23rd. This does not include Galactic Legends event tickets. So make sure you guys, for Saturday and Sunday, get your double drops on dark side battles. Whatever you're farming, if you're farming something that uses dark side battles, this is a great time to try to catch up and bridge that gap into your 7-star characters and things like that with the double drops. Save up your energy, save up your crystals for this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. So with that, obviously we've got one more round of requirements coming for Jedi Master Kenobi. And with this being revealed now, I think really the next 5 characters I can think of are going to be Grandmaster Yoda, and then probably some type of combination out of the Galactic Republic Jedi. Something like Plo Koon, Eth Hoth, maybe. I don't see Barriss really, but that Jedi Council stuff, to be honest with you. So let's go over to the game real quick. Take a look at our Galactic Republic Jedi that we could possibly see coming for this next requirement. So, like I said, we already got Mace there. I think Grandmaster Yoda is going to be one. Plo Koon, I think maybe one. Eth Koth, that's 3 right there. I'm a Gundai. And then probably Kit Fisto, maybe Luminara, but I can see Kit Fisto for real. Cody is another good one. So Cody, I think for sure needs to be in there. I think Cody and Grandmaster Yoda are 2 definites that we should see. Cody being, one of Kenobi's best friends throughout the Clone Wars. So good call out there, Rick. Cody, absolutely. But yeah, Cody, Grandmaster Yoda. Maybe not Eth Koth, but maybe like I'm a Gundai, Kit Fisto. I don't know. We'll have to wait to see. Plo Koon, I can see possibly being in there as well. So these are just some of the characters we see during Order 66, as well as throughout the Clone Wars and working with Kenobi himself. All right. So up next here, we have got Commander Ashoka Tano's kit reveal, and I am super stoked about this. AKA Cat is what I'm calling her right now. I think that's kind of going around right now, is she being called Cat. So, Commander Ashoka Tano, light side attacker, Galactic Republic scoundrel, unaligned force user. Rick says Cody, Sarge, and Kenobi have that special mission in light side GOTB. Good call out there. And so, yeah, this is going to help us out there with Sarge. And like I said, hopefully we see Cody come in as well. So, highlights. Force Leap. Instantly defeat an opponent on its first use. Her own path. Used to facing overwhelming odds. Ahsoka gets stronger with fewer allies present. Interesting. New faction, obviously, introducing the unaligned force user faction. And we're going to get a couple other characters that are going to get this actual tag, the unaligned force user. We'll talk about that at the end of the kit. So, Commander Ahsoka Tano, speaking of like Wat Tambor being a great plug-and-play character, it looks like Commander Ahsoka Tano is going to be another one of those light-side plug-and-play characters that we're going to see. As we can see here, Galactic Republic, they're showing Jedi Master Kenobi right there in this picture. Padme Amidala, Grandmaster Yoda, and General Skywalker. We see scoundrels here with the Mandalorian, IG-11, Quill, and the Armorer. And right now, that Mandalorian Beskar armor team hasn't been all that great, and maybe Commander Ahsoka Tano can help bridge that gap. And then unaligned Force users. So we're seeing some of them right here. Rey, all three of the Reys. So Galactic Legend Rey, Rey Jedi Training, and Rey Scavenger. And then we got Visas Mar. So that's interesting as well to see her in there. She hasn't really had a place in the game for a very long time. And so maybe this unaligned Force will help bring Visas Mar up into the fold here for the galaxy. So really excited about this unaligned Force user and what they could potentially do in the future about this. This is a new tag. We're seeing a lot of those this year, a new tag. So Legendary Master of Jarkai in Shin form attacker who deals high damage to a single target. So this is more of a single target type of character, not a whole bunch of AoEs and things like that. All right, Jarkai Master. Let's check out this animation here. Woo! I gotta say, they've been getting better and better with these animations out there. So that's pretty cool there. And we see the double blue lightsabers. All right, final text. Deal special damage to target enemy twice. If another Galactic Republic or Scoundrel ally is present, Ahsoka gains advantage for 3 turns, which advantage is going to help with getting some critical strikes out there, which is going to be pretty big, to be completely honest with you. And it's just as long as there's a Galactic Republic or Scoundrel ally present, not in the leadership spot, just present. That's pretty cool. All right, Sheen, cooldown of 4. Let's check this out. Oh, that's pretty cool. She's knocking away some fire there and then calling someone to assist, it looks like. All right, let's check this out. Final text. This is a Zeta. Okay. So Ahsoka and target other Galactic Republic or Scoundrel ally gain Sheen for 4 turns. Evasion up for 2 turns. Ahsoka swaps turn meter with them and calls them to assist, dealing 20% more damage. Sheen form can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. What is Sheen form? Sheen form, whenever this unit evades or attacks out of turn, Commander Ahsoka Tano's Force Sleep cooldown is reduced by 1, and damage is increased by 50%, stacking until the next time it is used. Holy moly. All right, we're going to see what Force Sleep is here in a little bit. Let's talk about this a little bit. So Sheen for 4 turns is going to help reduce the cooldown, and we can kind of see of her second special, Force Sleep, has a cooldown of 8. It's crazy. And it's got a turn meter swap. It's going to give them evasion up for 2 turns. So Sheen form, if the unit evades or attacks out of turn, the Force Sleep is going to cool down. Rick says, love the more damage instead of less. Yeah, I do too. So they're doing 20% more damage. Okay, the other thing it's going to do is call that particular ally that you swap turn meter with to assist. And they're going to deal 20% more damage. Pretty cool. The other thing with Sheen form is not only is he going to reduce the cooldown of Force Sleep by 1, and damage is going to be increased by 50%, stacking on this particular ability. So let's get into special 2 is Force Sleep. Now this has a cooldown of 8. Man, that animation looks pretty cool there. Woo, she's going nuts with a little backflip back into position. Oh man, that is fantastic. All right, let's see. Final text is a Zeta, so she's got 2 Zetas. The first time Force Sleep is used, each encounter instantly defeat target enemy, and each light side ally gains 35% turn meter. Holy moly. So we've got an insta-kill here, and we're going to provide turn meter to our entire team here. 35% turn meter as well to each light side ally. It's specific to light side, not dark side. So Force Sleep on raid bosses, call all other Galactic Republic allies to assist, dealing 10% more damage. Okay. So maybe in Padme, that might be good for in raids. All right, deal special damage to target enemy and gain critical damage up for 3 turns. Reduce this ability's cooldown by 4. If Commander Ahsoka Tano has Sheen, inflict armor shred until the end of the encounter. This ability starts on cooldown and can't be evaded. Whew. So it can't be evaded. So she's going to be able to inflict armor shred if we do her first special here, which is Sheen. So if she has that on, she's going to be able to inflict armor shred. And remember, this insta-kill is only the first time. So you got to be real careful with this. Make sure you're picking out the character that you need to get rid of the most. Probably not a Stormtrooper. I'd probably go more so towards Moff Gideon there. But the cool thing about this is the damage is going to increase because of Sheen form by 50% until the next turn. And then this is also going to, after you use it the first time, looks like it reduces this ability's cooldown by 4. So taking it from 8 down to 4. That's pretty cool there. And then she's going to get some critical damage up as well for 3 turns. This is a crazy ability here. It's got a lot going on. The turn meter, the instant defeat, reducing the cooldown here. Rick says could be good in the challenge pit raid. It might be good in the challenge pit raid. Good call out there. Commander Ahsoka Tano has and then the armor shred is pretty awesome too. All right, so she's got her own path. So she is a 3 Zeta character. So they said that this character was going to be better than a Marquis, not quite an epic confrontation character. Kind of put you around legendary status, to be completely honest with you. So let's check this out. Final text. Ahsoka has plus 50% office and critical damage. And if another light side unaligned force user, Galactic Republic, or Scoundrel ally is present, she also has plus 50% health and defense. She shares all of these bonuses with her light side allies. Holy moly. If there are currently fewer allies than enemies, the bonuses of offense, critical damage, health, and defense are increased by 10% for each Galactic Republic or Scoundrel ally. Holy moly. So she's just going to get stronger and share these bonuses with her team. The longer the fight goes on, as long as you can keep her alive. This is nuts. Sounds like she's going to be a big offense and crit damage character here. So you're probably going to mod her that way, either crit damage or offense, with probably some like crit chance or something like that. It'll be interesting to see how she ends up working out over on the holotables. Looks like she's going to be a very big plug-and-play character, maybe bridging some of the gaps for things like Beskar, Armor, Mando. I mean, honestly, like Padme right now, if you're in late game, is starting to lose some viability, and maybe having this Commander Ahsoka Tano will help with that as well. All right. Up next, it is time to get into that free-to-play account, ladies and gentlemen, and go over what has been going on here on this free-to-play account. So, this is an IMPS account. We're Arena rank 106, so we've been doing pretty good in Arena. If you guys remember, we were in the 400s before getting into gas. And now, with free-to-play, we are starting to move into the upper 100s. Typically can get below 100 before my payout. Now, fleet ranks, we're currently ranked number 28 in fleets, and fleets are starting to get a little complicated for me on this account as far as climbing goes. We were able at one point to get below 10 or right at 10, but now we're starting to have some issues there with getting into the top 10. We are Division 4, currently in a Rhodium in Grand Arena, and it looks like we should be able to hit Kyber as long as we get W's throughout the rest of this Grand Arena. So we only got 2 more battles to go. One of those we're going to be streaming tomorrow night, and the other one on Sunday night. So don't forget to don't miss those guys right here on the channel. All right. Whew. Here we go. So what I'm currently working on is we're starting to work towards Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. As you guys can see, I got Crew already to 7 stars. We've got Fox ready to be activated at 7 stars. General Hux is one of my current farms for hard node. Currently at 260 shards. So we're getting pretty close to getting to 7 stars. Kylo Ren, OG Kylo Ren, already at 7 stars. Just need to be activated. Start putting gear on him. Sith Trooper is at 284 shards out of 330. So again, getting really close to these other 2 characters to 7 stars, which is very nice. I also have Obi-Wan Kenobi, Old Ben. I said I was going to start working on Rebels, and I am. So this is my current Cantina farm with Old Ben here to get him to 7 stars as well. Now, as far as gear goes, I'm really focused in on the Sith Empire right now. Hold on, let me see. Wifey is texting me, so let me see what she says. All right. So, Flav, what's up, man? So, Darth Revan, we are 1 piece away from getting him to relics. So, literally just need this MK8 Neurosav electro binoculars prototype. We've got 30 more to go, and we can take him to gear 13 and take him up to relic 5. Baslashawn Fallen was at gear 11 last time you guys saw her. She's now at gear 12 with 2 pieces towards gear 13. We've got 4 more pieces to go, and so that's coming along quite nicely as well. Darth Malik. I'm about to start farming up these last 2 pieces that we need. As you can see, I've got some of the pieces already. 5 more pieces here on these MK4, these Mark IV Zalton Bactus gel shields or salvages. And then we need to farm these god-awful stun guns. They really need to make this an easier way to get these. But we got 24 of those left to go. And then we've got some stun cuffs over here. Again, we need another stun gun for that. But we've got the other 2 pieces ready to go. So, getting close here for Malik. We just need to take him to 7 stars. We should have those pieces ready by the time he hits 7 stars. All right, Kylo Ren Unmasked crew. Just started gearing him up. He's currently at gear 8. Again, we're going towards Supreme Leader Kylo Ren here on this account. So crew is part of that team. We've got 1 Zeta on him already. We've got to get 1 on Scarred. We're 5 Zeta mats away from that, and he'll be good to go there. Sith Marauder, this guy is currently sitting at gear 8. Again, I just need so many of these stun guns. It's ridiculous. So we can get these stun guns going so we can get Sith Marauder up there as well. Wat Tambor is on my list, but I haven't really messed with him that much. At some point, I am going to start gearing him up as well. But he's kind of put on the back burner for the time being. Set, I also have to get him up to relics. He's going to need quite a few stun cuffs, I believe, as most tanks do, to get him there as well. So then we'll have our Sith Empire team done, and then we can completely focus in on First Order. All right, so let's get into the breakdown. We've got 0 Galactic Legends right now. Like I said, we're going after our first one right now with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. We are sitting at a 2.9 million GP currently on this account. So moving on to the 501st. As you guys know, Galactic Republic, we and really all prequel content we focused in pretty hard on, to be honest with you, from the start of this particular account. So there's my man Gas. He's also this is also my arena team with all the clones at relic 5. Gas is at relic 7. There's 5s there: Rex, Sexy Rexy, Echo, and Archtrooper. And Snips, we'll talk about her once we get into the Galactic Republic. Moving on to Bad Batch, not doing much here. I went through, did the event. That's about it. Haven't actually activated them. Once they become free-to-play farmable, because this is a free-to-play account, we will get in there and start farming these guys. All right, Bounty Hunters. Now, Bounty Hunters are on my list to actually work on this year. As you can see, my Grief Karga is finally ready to be activated at 7 stars. Boss still needs these same 3 pieces in order to get him up to relics gear 13. So we've got to work on these guys next. Some of these guys are underlying characters for the ships that are needed to farm the ship we need for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, the finalizer. Moving on to the Empire. All right, the Empire is also on the list for this year as well. As you guys can see, a lot of them are just sitting, hanging out at Gear 11, Gear 10. You need to put on some additional gear here to get them rocking and rolling here on this account. Now, big note, if you guys don't know, and you're just maybe starting out with the game, Farm Moff Gideon, he is now in a very accessible, two accessible areas, but very free-to-play accessible with 2D hard light side. And then we also have him over in Cantina Battles 4E. So very accessible character. He's a very Troopers, him with Troopers goes nuts. Empire goes nuts. He's going to push back turn meter and things like that. Fantastic character. Get him. Farm him. Don't skip over him. All right, moving on to Ewokins. Nothing going on with these Ewoks. We know this is Flav's favorite faction. But we use these guys to get our C-3PO at 7 stars. We're not touching these guys with gear for a very long time. At some point, we'll come back around. Probably round these guys out. Probably to about a Gear 12. I don't know about Gear 13, if they're Gear 13 worthy yet for this free-to-play account. But Gear 12 shouldn't take us too long, seeing how most of them are Gear 11 with Logray at Gear 10. You know, they're a nice little back wall defense that I like to use over in Grand. You know, most people can get through them, but they can be tricky at times. All right, the First Order. So I do have to start farming First Order TIE Pilot and First Order Stormtrooper. As you can see, everyone else outside of Hux and Sith Trooper are pretty much ready to go for 7 stars. We just have to activate and start gearing them. So not in a really bad spot, to be honest with you. As you guys know, my philosophy here for this account is not to activate until I'm ready to start gearing. It's very essential that I do that, or else I just bloat my galactic power, and then we start ending up fighting against people, having matchups against people in Grand Arena that we just won't be able to deal with. So because of that, I don't bloat my galactic power. I only activate characters that I'm currently working on for gear, and then we'll go on from there. You're probably wondering why First Order TIE Pilot is activated. Most of you guys should know by now. Once you start doing fleets, this is one of the characters that they kind of give you. So they activate at 1 star. Moving on. G-Rep Galactic Republic. Here we go. C-3PO, Relic 5, Padme Amidala, Relic 6. These guys haven't really moved. Relic 6, Jedi Knight Anakin. Shakti is at Relic 3. I think she's moved a little bit since the last time you guys saw her. General Kenobi at Relic 5. We now need him at Relic 8 for Jedi Master Kenobi, that new galactic legend. Ahsoka Tano snips at Relic 5 as well. Barriss Offee is 2 pieces away from Gear 13. You guys don't know the power of Barriss. Let me tell you, she can give you some hell over in Grand Arena. You see her on defense. You got to be careful with your critical hits. Grandmaster Yoda we'll talk about when we get into Jedi. Mace Windu being part of those requirements for JMK. So don't forget about him. He also has a capital ship. So not too bad to actually take him up and babysit your Galactic Republic until you get the Negotiator. So nice little team on defense. You take them up to relics, take them up to the relic requirements. It's going to be hard for a lot of people to get through there. Plo Koon, I still think Plo Koon is going to be part of these requirements along with Grandmaster Yoda. Obviously, we already know about Clone Sergeant. I think Grandmaster Yoda and Cody are like 100% guarantee at this point. I know they haven't revealed them yet. I know they haven't said them, but I find it hard that they don't include these two. Grandmaster Yoda is very huge in Kenobi's journey the entire time, throughout his life, even when he's training Luke and things like that. So we'll see what happens there. The rest of these guys are not activated, as you guys can see. I do not believe we're going to see Kai-Dai Mundi. There's not enough people have him yet. Light side territory battles, Geos, is way too tough And they just put in Wat Tambor, and there's got to be some type of incentive for them from a money standard, and Kaidai Mundi does not hit it for them. All right. Moving on to Geos. Now, Geos, we're still 2 pieces away from Brood Alpha getting into relics. We have been farming these pieces here and there. So as you can see, we're getting closer and closer. But we have been getting closer. So I need this piece to finish off this one, and then we'll just need to put on this final piece here. And he'll be good to go and done. So it looks like I need the same piece. So I need 100 of these all together, which isn't bad. Rick says Funky has been having some luck using Plo with Bad Batch. Interesting. But I did get Spy and Soldier to relics, and Poggle to gear 12. So I said I wasn't taking Poggle past gear 12. I needed to get Spy and Soldier to relics, and they're both at relic 4 now. Sun Fact at relic 5. So we're in a good spot there. Just need to get Brood Alpha to relics, and we can kind of leave this faction alone for a while. We've already talked about Empire and those guys. Jedi. So our Jedi, like I said, Obi-Wan Kenobi, we're currently farming over in Cantina Battles. So we can start working towards CLS, Commander Luke Skywalker, this year. But Jedi Knight Revan still sitting at relic 2. Jolie Bindo still at gear 12. He needs 2 more pieces to go to relics. Vassal Sean still at gear 11. Hermit Yoda still at gear 10. And Grandmaster Yoda still at gear 11. Thomas, what's going on, brother? So, once we finish farming Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, what's going to happen is I'm going to take a break for this particular account and not chase after another Galactic Legend per se. What we're going to do is bring up the bottom of our roster, things like Rebels, Bounty Hunters, Jedi, and bring them up to speed and up to par. And then what I'll do is I'll go back in and I'll start farming for that next Galactic Legend. More than likely Sith Eternal, because we'll already have one requirement done with Papa Palpatine complete. And I think I've already got the ship done. I may not, but we'll be moving on to that next. Allows me to focus in on my Empire, which I wanted to do this year as well. And so that's going to be more towards the back half of the year. Moving on to Mandalorians. I don't really have Mandos here. Canderous was needed for Darth Malik, so we took him up to gear 12, but we haven't really worked on this faction whatsoever. Night Sisters, we still got some work to do for Night Sisters. I really need to work on Mother Townsend. I need to get her to 7 stars for sure, so we can start getting that Zeta. Start farming those Zetas off of the Night Sister thing that comes around once a month. The same like Ewoks, the special challenge. It's just a 2-tier one. The second one requires 7-star Mother Townsend. And so Night Sisters are also actually a really good team to use for Grand Arena over on defense. Also can do some great things in Sith Triumvirate raid in Phase 4 as well as Phase 3. So great team to actually go farm. I know they're an old school team to use for that, but they still do a good job. All right, moving on to our Old Republic. These guys we're not touching right now for a while. We got Carthanasi, Mission Val, Zalabar all to gear 11. Got Candyman to gear 12. So they're starting to do some nice things for us over in Grand Arena as some backwall defense stuff. Obviously, the 2 Jedi, Jolie Bindo and Basil Sean. There's a third one here that we don't really worry about, the Honey Jahani. But these 2 we'll be working on here soon, as I just said, as we were talking about the Jedi faction. Moving on to Rebels. Now, this is a sad sight, my friends. My Rebel faction is just, well, it needs work. Let's put it that way. And so, like I said, we're starting to work towards Commander Luke Skywalker here, CLS. We'll be farming Luke Skywalker Farm Boy here soon after we finish up with Old Ben. And then what we'll start doing is gearing these guys after we're done with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, so I can actually get them up to par. That's Princess Leia, R2-D2, Stormtrooper Han, Old Ben and Luke Skywalker Farm Boy that's needed for Commander Luke Skywalker. We'll start actually going ahead and gearing these guys up. We'll probably stop Han around gear 10, but and Luke around gear 10, gear 9, gear 10. But R2-D2, Princess Leia, and Old Ben will continue gear as all three of them are needed for Jedi Master Luke Skywalker Galactic Legend requirements. Thomas says, get DACA Relic 7. Whew, Relic 7 DACA. Whoa, man. But that's the next focus for that. And then also finishing up Chewie, which is why we're going to be working on Bounty Hunters along with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Ships that are needed. Han Solo needs some work as well. And then we'll have a pretty decent CLS team for the time being. All right, moving on to Viva la Resistance. Not much going on here. We've got a couple of characters that are well beyond their 7 stars. Oh, well, really just one Poe Dameron there. But no plans for the Resistance anytime soon. This might be a project for next year. I don't know. We're going to see how good Jedi Master Kenobi is, what team compositions come up for him, because we may just skip over to him after we get Sith Eternal Emperor and kind of move on from there and start navigating after that. I think Rey is going to end up being our last Galactic Legend that we get. Also depends on what they end up bringing out to go along with Jedi Master Kenobi. Hopefully, we're getting a Lord Vader or Fallen Anakin for that. Moving on to our Separatist. All right, our Separatist looking pretty good. I need to get Grievous to Gear 13. He's got 3 more to go to get Gear 13. Seems to be a pretty common theme for me. We get the 3 on the left side and then the 3 on the right side. Take a little bit longer to do from using fleet battles and things like that in order to farm those particular pieces. And with our limited income of crystals, it gets a little tough. You kind of really have to prioritize. We now know IG-100 Magna Guard needs to be taken up to Relic 5, which is good. Grievous needs to be Relic 7. So it's going to really help out my droid team here. My Grievous droids, taking him up to Relic 7, Magna Guard to Relic 5. It'll probably push me to take B1 Battle Droid, Droideka, and 2 Super Battle Droid up to Relic 5 as well. Wat Tambor is currently at 5 stars, headed to 6. He's got 35 shards more to go. I need to get him up to gear 11, to be completely honest with you. This guy is fantastic. Going along with characters like Darth Vader, him and Darth Vader being able to take out Geos by themselves, along with quite a handful of other teams where that works. Night Sisters being one of them as well. At some point, we're going to activate this new gun ray that has 446 shards and start building a Separatist team. A third Separatist team, I guess you could say. But we'll see what happens there as we get closer to that. All right, moving on to our Sith. Our Sith are starting to kind of come alive here now that we've gotten Darth Revan. You see there, Gear 12, Darth Revan, Bastila Shaw, and Fallen. We've got Darth Malik at 6 stars, moving on to 7 stars with 60 shards left to go there. Sith Marauder, we're starting to gear. Set, we're starting to gear as well. And as you can see, Darth Nyla shards are starting to go up. We'll start to work on Darth Sion shards as well, because we'll need that. He has a hard node with ship, a ship that we need for the First Order right here. Kylo Ren's command shuttle. So we've got some work to do there to get towards Slicker, but some of these characters are going to end up getting 7 starred just because of that. Oops. And finally, but not least, we've kind of already talked about them because they are at the top as my favorites, is the Sith Empire. And you guys know how much I love the Sith Empire if you guys watch any of my Grand Arena streams. Darth Revan and Darth Malik were the first 2 characters I ever wailed on, really, in the game with my main account. So these guys are really cool. I love them. I love the lore behind them in KOTOR. So, like I said, Darth Revan is coming up on Gear 13 really quickly here. And then on to Relics. We're going to take these guys up to Relic 5. So, these first 5 you see here, Darth Revan, Bastila Shaw Fallen, Darth Malik, Sith Marauder, and Sith Empire Trooper will be taken up to Relic 5s for sure. HK-47, I don't know what to do with that guy. I guess once we get Sith Eternal Maybe we'll start working on HK-47 a little bit more because we may want to take out characters like Darth Malik or like maybe Sith Marauder or Set, and then we can slide HK-47 into that Darth Revan team, depending on what we're doing. So, all right, those are our characters and my hard node farms for the most part. We'll get into ships now, and we can show you guys what I'm actually farming in ships. So, right now for ships, I'm farming Slave 1. We've got 24 out of 100 to get him to 7 stars. We need this guy tip-top shape for when we get into our finalizer farm. So that's first things first there. IG-2000. I'm about to start farming this as well. This is on a light side node that's got Poggle on it. So we'll end up turning those shards over into currency, which is a nice thing. But we got to get this up to 7 stars as well. So those are the 2 bounty hunter ships that we got to get there. We're still grabbing Rex's Arc 170 as we see it. We're halfway there. This only shows up in the fleet store and only shows up every once in a while, which is really annoying if you guys know. And then we got Kylo Ren's command shuttle that we're starting to farm. I finally finished off TIE Silencer, so we can actually unfavorite this. We just need to go through, do some of the upgrades and things like that, which I'll do once I actually finish up Cruise gear there. All right, so those are the favorites right now. Let's move over to show you guys what my capital ships look like, and we'll do light side, dark side. So as far as capital ships, Malevolence has been 7 stars for a while. Negotiator, we need 75 more shards to get it to 7 stars. Chimera is still sitting at 6 stars, and I know you guys are going, what are you doing? It's been over a year now. Well, unfortunately, we haven't worked on our Rebels. You guys saw what our Rebels look like. And so that is something I have to work on right now, are those underlying characters for the Home 1 fleet, so we can finish off that Chimera. Now, we'll do light side, dark side for the rest of this. You guys have seen how good our Galactic Republic looks right now. And those guys are all at 7 stars currently, outside of Rex's Arc 170. Then you move into our Rebels. Although having 7-star ships, unfortunately, the underlying characters just need working on. Han's Millennium Falcon, the nice thing about working on these bounty hunters for Slicker is that we need those guys 7 stars anyways to be able to unlock 7-star Han's Millennium Falcon. So we'll be able to do that as soon as we get there. Most of the light side ships, outside of, for the most part, the Resistance guys, we're going to have to farm Ebonhawk as well, are 7 stars, which is nice. So yeah. Moving over to Dark Side. So for the Dark Side, like I said, we're farming these last 2 bounty hunter ships, Slave 1 and IG-2000. Houndstooth has been done for some time, as has Xanadu Blood. So we just need to finish up these 2 guys so we can start getting onto this finalizer farm. Obviously, we also need Kylo Ren's command shuttle as well for that. TIE Advance is getting close to 7 stars, as you guys can see. Not a big focus for me, but I will grab those shards over in the fleet store as I see them. Hyena Bomber, Vulture Droid has been done for a while. And as you guys can see here, First Order TIE Fighter is ready to go to 7 stars already. First Order SF TIE Fighter is not needed, but we will be farming this as well so it can go along with the finalizer. All right, so we have not gotten Imperial TIE Bomber, so this will be on our list here soon to actually farm, but not current. All right, so those are my ships, guys, and the characters, and just to go around, show you guys how we do our farming on a daily basis. You guys know all about getting these shipments. This gear is so good to move over in the scavenger over here, right here, to get those relic materials. So you get plenty of currency credits here to blow on this stuff, so just go ahead and buy it. Weekly shipments, I typically always get the gear using our ally points here, and because of the amount of credits that I have, I've been starting to pick up these characters as well. Now, these 1 million for 10 shards aren't the best, but because of the amount of currency that I have in credits, I am able to do it. If you don't have a lot of currency, if you don't have an abundance of currency and credits, don't buy the characters there. Just farm them. They'll help you out. Once you get to a point to where you can start buying these will start to help you out to do some of these farms a little quicker. All right, Cantina Battles. Now, Cantina Battles, I've pretty much gotten everything that I need from here. I've got tons of shipbuilding materials right now, 79.05 million. So what I've been doing is getting things like Cassian's U-Wing and turning this into the shard currency. I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. Guild Store, this is all about gear, my friends. I'm always looking for gear that maybe I don't have a lot of, which right now it's not a lot. I've already got First Order TIE, SF TIE Pilot done. So his ship also pops up here. So I'll grab that from time to time. But outside of that, getting some of these harder pieces to get, Carbantes, as well as like the Zaltan Bacta gel shields. We'll grab that. These little golden eyeballs, the MK8 biotech implant components. I grab these things on a constant basis just so I have a plenty supply of them. The Mark V Void Collar salvages. I've got 223 of those guys. 301 of these Carbantes, which we're going to go ahead and grab more. And I just continue to replenish these on a consistent basis. All right, moving over to Squad Arena. Now, Squad Arena, I'm still getting these prestiges. I need these for my ships. Those allow you to do the abilities on your capital ships. Galactic War Store. This, I typically get the maxed out ships to be able to convert again into the shard shop currency. Mod Store, I'll go in here every once in a while, but not a whole lot. I haven't seen anything too great in here in a while, to be honest with you. I've kind of started to stray away from this for the most part. Moving on to Fleet Arena. Now, Fleet Arena, I'm either grabbing Zeta Mats or ships. And so, like, right now, it's going to be Zeta Mats. I've been kind of focusing in on this quite a bit, as I know we're moving into Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And I'm going to need to Zeta a lot of characters for that. Guild Event Store, Get To is going straight into Negotiator. Like I said, I've got 75 more shards there to go to take him at 7 stars. And then for the most part, Get 1 is going into Darth Malik. All of Get 1's going into Darth Malik right now until I get him to 7 stars. Now, once I have him at 7 stars, we will need to get the Wampa to 7 stars, but he's not too far off. And then I can start just farming gear with my Get 1. Once we get Negotiator at 7 stars, same thing. I can use my Get 2 straight for gear, which is going to help us with our Gear 13 grinds and stuff like that, which is very nice. Championship Store, I'm typically just grabbing gear here that I need. I need that. And that's really it. I don't do too much else with this store. I mean, that's all in here is gear. I typically don't get any of the amplifier materials here that you see. But at some point, I'm sure I can change my focus into that. All right. The shard store here, again, this is going to help you with your Gear 12, Gear 13 grind, to be honest with you. Just grabbing those pieces that you need. Now, I always scroll down to the bottom first because the lesser gears down here, you typically need these purples a lot more than some of these. But right now, I could just go ahead and grab this. And then Conquest Store. Again, we're looking for gear that's relevant. None of this really matters to me right now. Once Razor Crest starts showing up in here, we'll start grabbing that as well. I will grab these stem packs out of here for going through Conquest. So, all right, my friends, that's everything, really, to be completely honest with you. That was a whole breakdown of the entire account. As you guys can see, I'm going to Supreme Kylo Ren. On contrary to what our 2021 farming guide says to go to Sith Eternal, I've kind of, you guys have heard me talk, backtracked on that. You definitely want to go for Supreme Leader Kylo Ren first. His defensive viability, what he can do for you over in raids, the challenge pit raid, and the other raids will really help you out the long term. Great for territory wars as well as Grand Arena, defense or offense. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is kind of like the Swiss Army knife right now in SWGOH as far as Galactic Legends go. All right, my friends, that's all I've got for you guys tonight. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Thank you so much, Thomas, Rick, and Flav, all for participating over in the live chat. Good luck in Territory Wars, everyone, and Grand Arena. I know I'm about to hop in to do some TW here in a little bit with my guild. So until next time, my friends, we're going to go ahead and throw up the deuces. Peace out, y'all.
Money that I don't accept. Something like this.